Welcome back to KJ Productions. It's nice to have you. I would like, if it's the first time you're coming to the channel, you subscribe to the channel, please. Also, hit the like button and share the content. KJ Productions YouTube channel that primarily focus on music, but also other content. Current event from time to time. KJ Productions will be speaking on the current events that is taking place all over the globe, and also to bring content to let one think and to stimulate the mind or the brain or your thought process, however you want to look at it. And also, I'm a person who believe in God, but it's not that it's a Christian broadcast or anything like this. I just want to keep it to a place where, we all can feel as if there's something here for us. There will be other channels that primarily deal with spiritual things, but I just want to stimulate the mind, the brains, being around for a little while. One that was born when apartheid system was ruling the world. The apartheid machine was grinding, and now it's not as it used to be, but it's still there. And one of the trend that I see is like the media is so tightly controlled that they don't expect no human being anymore to have an opinion. And once you have an opinion that is not of the narrative that was given, some people would say they will cancel you, they will shut you down, no one want to advocate for what is right, because people scared that if they say the right things, somebody's going to be mad, somebody's going to try to shut them down. But just imagine if everyone was timid and scared to speak the truth. Slavery would have never been ended, even though it still exists. But it would not exist in the vivid, visual, brutal manner that it was being displayed openly, and people would just sit back and say, oh, it's just the way it's got to go. If man like Marcus Garvey never come along and stimulate the mind and brain of people and show them that there got to be a different way, would have a different world today. If a man as Martin Luther King did not come out and speak, man like Farrakhan did not come out and speak on behalf of black people, we would have a different world that we have today. Totally different. People expect people not to have an opinion if the opinion is going to come against the evil that they see portrayed in the world, or the injustice, the unfairness. And once you speak out, somebody feels as if, you're out of your place. But if everyone was timid and scared to speak truth to power, we would be still in slavery, being killed by the millions. Somebody have to take it up on their head to see what is right, and without fear or trembling speak about it. In my lifetime, I happen to know when they captured Nelson Mandela and when they put him in prison for 27 years just because he's black. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison in my lifetime just because he's black, for no other reason. Because if you're black and you speak for your people and you stand up for what is right, you get all kind of name. You're a terrorist, you're a resistor, you are evil, you know what I mean? Because no matter the brutal treatment, you should not say anything. And you got people who try to force people to say, whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? Pick a side. I don't take no man's side. I am not aligned to any political party. I will not speak for a political party nowhere in the world unless that party is a party that is for the betterment of humanity and for justice. Years ago, Peter Todd said everyone wants peace. No man don't want justice. Where justice is concerned, people want to see peace without justice. It can't work. It can't work. Peace without justice can never work. In my lifetime, I see so many hypocrisies, across the board, from church, to government, to the system. Hypocrisies. I'm going to name a few. I was born in Jamaica. I live in the United States. And I remember when 70s came in and the politics in Jamaica changed. People used to use bell and broom. PMP used to use their broom instead of a sweeper labor, right? Labor used to ring them bell, so them up, ring them bell. And I remember as a boy, I went to 2 different political rally one night in Spanish Town. One at Monimar, if anybody out there know Monimar, one at redemption ground. Spain P at redemption ground, labor right at redemption ground. After meeting done, people go home peacefully. No violence. Peacefully. But once foreign entity and powers start to get involved in Jamaican politics, it take a turn for the worse. They started bringing guns, and both sides bringing in their guns, and the peaceful people that was once peaceful people now becoming enemy people, burning down people, house people, doing all kind of crazy things, which are in a short space of time I've never been. But once people start to align themselves with foreign powers, and foreign powers start to tell them this and tell them that, and you gotta be this because this one is communist, this one is for that, and that one is for that, and we cannot have that else, meaning, and they come in and divide the people. Divide the people. I remember standing up, and I remember the exact place that I was. I mentioned this many times to people. When I decided that, I'm going to leave Jamaica. And I was on a quest from that day. Because when I see the guys them, that we used to play cricket and football and thing and used to talk, go see him school, used to walk up and down the road and go anywhere. Then when we look, I see man a shoot off a man, man a run down man a chop up man a burn out people and do all kind of things. I look at it and I say, as a young man, I say, God, cannot live like this, get people like these. And I was on a quest to leave. So, fast forward, looking back over life and seeing, I always be a one that stand up for injustice. 2 times I remember as a young man I get into fight because of injustice. Twice. Because I see somebody beating up somebody that I don't think that they should have done it for no reason. A grown man hit a kid so hard that and it end up in a fight. It was my fight, but when I see the injustice, I have to jump into it. So what am I saying? So, there are certain people who are born with certain things that cannot tolerate injustice, no matter who do it. And it's sad to say that it's only white people love their children. It's sad to say it's only white people want good for their children. Let that soak in. A few years ago, there was some slaughtering going on in New Zealand, and the next day the New Zealand Parliament called and changed the gun law. Get it? Right, and tried to rectify it. For almost 40 years. It's going to be 40 years been in this country. I hear them trying to make gun reform, nobody can come up with a sensible plan. Police brutality and all those things, nobody can come up with a sensible plan. What's going on? Marvin Gaye asked the question, what's going on? People, can our eyes be open? And this is time now for us, over the globe, wherever you be, to demand of our political representative fairness across the board. It is right time, high time. And something make me laugh, you know, at times when I see this. Any black person that say anything, they can be cancelled for anything. But we never want to see it fit to cancel people and say, listen, I'm not buying certain people product. I'm not going to wear certain people clothes. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. That's why I'm a simple man. I'm one, I tell my kids, I say, listen, don't buy me no name brand. I don't want to wear other people's clothes. I don't want to wear no man clothes with no man name on it. Don't buy me no name brand. Because I'm not walking into no store and pick up no name brand. I mean, I just take up something simple. I rather not knowing who make it. You know, I see people having handbag cost thousands of dollars. And them live in a rent house. Handbag. Because some guy make it, you know what I mean? That's how we people think. Understand? So we think. I see Michael Vick was crucified over some dog. But these people are so hypocritical, man. Hypocritical. And I mean, we have so many hypocrites. You see, long time ago, me a man like Peter Touch said, legalize it. And him go smoke him spliff in a Buckingham Palace. You know, I'm not a ganja smoker. I don't sell it, I don't smoke it. But I'm just pointing out hypocrisies. I've seen, as a young man, I've seen people being shot over police shoot people for ganja in Jamaica. I see that. And somebody, not talking about something that somebody tell me. I see it. How many black people in prison for weed? And then all of a sudden, call it what it is. Mostly white Caucasian people having weed dispensary, selling weed, and nobody going to prison. Because now they make it, now the black people pay this price and suffer for it. I'm calling it what it is, because remember I said I was born in apartheid system. That is still going on today. And there should be no human being that is untouchable, that you cannot criticize them. No government should be untouchable that you can't criticize them. see, people love hypocrisies, especially church people. The longer I've been in churches, the more I realize that church people don't care about righteousness. Because what we call righteousness is fastening people's business. What is more righteousness? A man shoot up at school? Man drop a bomb in a hospital or a school? Shooting babies, killing babies? Starving people? Or somebody have 2 girlfriends and a wife? Why are we so upset with that? Why that is more, oh my God, I can't believe you have 2 girlfriends. I can't believe she have 2 men. Oh my God. The world is going to end because somebody got 2 girlfriends or 2 men. You see, when recently they bring in this transgender affair and homosexual thing, and I decided that I'm not, because they are important things. People are dying, people are suffering. And that's the narrative that people want everybody to run away with. That's the narrative that they want, that like everybody now, everywhere they go now, that's the narrative. You got to run away with that. Don't speak about injustice because that's not right. Don't speak about intolerance because that is not right. Talk about if somebody having sex or not having sex and who they're having sex with, because that is right. Don't talk about the endless murders that's going on into the schools and around Chicago. I mean, the United States got the most brilliant army that can stop and quench and subdue every other nation. But look what's going on in Chicago and the different cities throughout the United States. Who is advocating and who is saying that? Why the fix? My mother used to say, learn to dance a yard before you go abroad. And all these people want to go abroad to dance, and the dance cannot keep at home. You see, hypocrisy. I said this many times, and I'm not going to stop saying it because it's true. Because I realized this, that Sunday morning is the morning for racism to reach its highest peak in the United States. Dressed to the T in house of worship. Classism, every kind of ism that you can think of. Sunday morning is just the morning for it. Because all people care about is how people die, not how they live. And I think that I have to spend the rest of my time speak about how to make people's lives better. You see, people tell them about, oh, I don't care about how you live. Just, is a soul all right? How can you have a soul if you don't have no food to eat? It's important that a person have a comfortable place to sleep. Then you can tell a person about Christianity and God and Allah and whoever, or Kushna or whoever. Advocate for the things that is right first. Make the man can feel the love that is coming from you, and just a genuine love that is escaping out of you to reach in human being. Then when you tell a man, said, how is it with you and the maker? Everything good? But we are telling about I only care about your soul. That's why we have third world. People put people in category and say you are third world. I'm pronouncing a third world, and when once you get to the third world, it's like you and God in a malice, because a third world people, is a people where we believe that they have to suffer, and hungry and destitute, because when the third world, that means that God cut you off. First world, God loved them people, and bless them and prosper them. You see, you have to cut out the hypocrisies. Cut out the hypocrisies. Everywhere. If a politician come and want to vote, find out what they're going to do for the people. How you expect to, what you're going to do. Don't just vote for a man or a woman to make them feel big and high and mighty, and then them going to make laws so that your children can suffer. Make it right. Make it right. As I said, I am on no man's side. I'm aligned with no religious leader who have to speak for me and me speak for them. Not aligned with no politician that I have to speak for them, speak for them, and I have to speak exactly what they want me to say. Align myself with God. What God would expect a sensible, loving, caring human being would think about others other than themselves. See, we think that what we get is for just us, but everything that we get is for others also to enjoy it, to can live. We're not a first class people. People want to put themselves in a first class people. Yes, on a plane you can pay your money, but it's not. When it comes to the human race, there's no first class race. When it comes to human race and human being, people, menace in the first class people. There's no people that me gonna put over me and say, oh, you're first class people. You eat, you sleep, you go to the bathroom, you have to take a shower, you brush your teeth to stay healthy and strong. And as long as you have to do those things, don't have to be in the specific order. But as long as you got to do the same thing like what I do. Understand? I can't see nobody as my first class. And I don't see no one that God love more than no one. Because if God love a set of people more than the next set, somebody's telling me that God is racist. Mind what I tell people. If God love one set of people more than him love the next set of people, that means God is racist. He's a partial God. He's not fit for be God.